Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me over here. As mentioned on my TikTok, I am trying to spread because they keep trying to shut me up, and we all know that doesn't work for me. I am East Coast Black, honey, not West Coast Black. We get louder when you try to shut us up. Actually, I'm sorry. That's not entirely true. I'm East Coast Afro-Latina. I am Haitian, Dominican, Cuban, Bayesian, and yes, there is even a drop of Jewish in there. My great-grandfather. Now, before we get started, I'll give you a rundown on how this is going to work. The first little chunk of these episodes, I will try to keep clean enough for like the YouTube channels, etc., so that I don't get in trouble. But the full unfiltered takes are going to be on my Patreon. For fuck's sake, you know what I'm talking about. That one, the one with the P. You'll still see me posting a little of this and a little of that on the TikTok, but not too much because fuck them people. Did I say that already? Fuck them people. Just for good measure, fuck them people. So if you please follow across the platforms, the Tiki-Taki, the YouTube-y, the Instagram-y, even though I am not a fan of meta products, you know, we gotta use the tools we have at our disposal for the time being. So I haven't done Twitter, X. I can't do that one. I just can't. My soul, it won't let me do it. I closed my Twitter account the day that he put like an offer on it. I was like, nope. I know a lot of creators are going over there. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going over there. Now, when the platform isn't actively trying to get me to shut up, I actually really enjoy TikTok because there are a limited number of asshole boomers, at least in my algorithm and my circle of people. Those folks thrive on fucking Facebook and Instagram. They are meta people. They don't know they're meta people, but they are meta people. I'm not a comment person. I don't leave comments, especially if I disagree with the content. I'm not going to engage with it. I'm just going to keep going. So the idea of people just going through things just to leave nasty comments is like, really? But that's what they do. That's all they do. They have nothing but time and they hate everything. So they're on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube just, oh, this is a stupid account. This is a dumb video. Shut up, black woman. You're like, oh my God, y'all. Can you just go? Like, can you just move along to the next world? Can you hurry up and get to that heaven you keep talking about? You're in such a rush to get there, but why are you still here? Just go. Bye. So if you're ever looking for me, TheEmpressCJJ is pretty much what I go by across every platform. The Empress comes from a dream of mine when I was a child, a woman-run planet where I was Empress. President wasn't good enough. Queen wasn't good enough. I wanted to be the Empress. We were going to put all of the men under, or over a certain age, right? Like over 12 in very nice underground cities, and they always get mad when I say this, but let me just, again, disclaimer, I was 12, okay? This was my 12-year-old fantasy. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. And sure, we'll keep some above ground. I will have a harem to share with my diplomats and my court, of course, absolutely. I'm joking, guys, okay? For the men who are about to hop in my comments, be like, hey, if I were to say that, you do... Okay, calm down. I thought y'all knew how to take a joke. Jokes about violence towards women is funny, but jokes about putting men in underground cities, well, that's just harmful and disruptive. Some of those masculine feelings are so dainty, ain't they? Like, woman, you're bitter and fat and ugly. Yes, I'm bitter, I'm fat, I'm ugly, you don't want me. Is there anything else? I don't care, honey. I'm 40. Lay it on me. There's nothing I haven't heard before. Go ahead. I'm so triggered. You guys. They're living in my head rent-free. All right, what was I saying? Oh, right, the 12-year-old fantasy. Okay, so some of them were going to stay above ground, of course, for my harem, and some folks to do, the jobs that we don't want, like cleaning the zoo cages, stuff like that. And, for the winter months, we'll have, mating season, and we'll let them all up, and we'll, hose them down as they come out from the underground cities, and the women can, check them out like library books and select a dude you're gonna take for the winter, or if you want to swap them out or whatever. And I can hear the alpha male. I can just hear the blood vessels popping. I can visualize the temple throb that is happening in a Chad right now. He's about to put on his American flag and his cross and get on his little podcast channel and start talking about how he heard a dark-skinned negress talking about putting all the men underground. Because, They're not snowflakes, and they're lions, okay? They're lions with very soft sheep-like thoughts and feelings. If you want to know the kind of stuff we're going to be talking about on these episodes, you can look through my TikTok page, my main one, TheEmpressCJJ. You'll get a taste. It's some of everything. I'm neurodivergent, so Jane of all trains, honey. I got Jane of all trades. Not trains, not trains. And I'm not going to edit it out. I'm going to leave that shit in there. Jane of all trades. I have done so many things, so many topics. There's so many things to talk about. It's going to be some of everything. Everything. Like I said, take a scroll. Some of the time you might even see me on here pouring pieces for the shop while I'm talking. I might make some videos out of that if you guys are interested in looking at me making pretty things while I rant about how horrible this place is right now and how we are living through the fall of the empire and how that sucks. But we're also going to talk about how exciting it is to see the changes that are happening, to see more people wake up, to see generations mobilizing and getting together, to see different people unifying now as they realize who we should be going up against instead of each other. And that is glorious. Seeing Gen Z come up is glorious. Having some kind of a hope for the future, maybe. It's in there, okay? So we got some silver linings. It's not all fear and doomsday, okay? This is not church. This is not the pulpit. I grew up in that too. We talk about that too, because that's a whole other ballgame. Infesting politics, which is already shit, with religion is why we are in the position we are today, where another country is running ours through our government because of religious ties that have been infused into politics. And the real kicker is the religious people of this country don't even realize that they are fighting to support a religion that really doesn't believe the same principles, specifically that the savior of Christianity in Judaism was just a cool guy, a prophet, a teacher, but not the Messiah. That is a fundamental difference that a lot of American Christians don't know. Zionists in Israel do not like Christians. They don't like anyone other than other Zionists. They just like American money, but they do not like us. I said us, I mean y'all, because I am no longer affiliated with any of those religions. That anti-Semitism law is interesting, though, because this country already granted protection to the Nazis, because that's what we do here. But the verbiage outlining that anything critical or negative about Israel or Jews in any activity throughout all of time is problematic for folks who are followers of the Bible. Technically, that's the folks who went after their guy. And to this day, you can't even really combat that, because that is why they don't see Jesus as a Messiah. He was a teacher, he was a prophet. So even back then, he was not the Messiah, and dude got murked. So it's really funny to me that in America, Christianity has morphed into this weird thing where they're like, we love Israel and we love the Jews, but also they killed our Jesus. But also we love them. But also they killed our Jesus. I'm like, how are you able? Oh, that's right. Of course. That sort of gaslighting that's like the main point of it. That's like the foundation of it, is being able to say two things that make no sense and totally not being able to realize that that's what you've done. Complete disconnect. And everyone else just looks at them like, wow, that really came out of your mouth. And that made sense to you, huh? There's a reason that those people think science and facts are feelings. And they say dumb shit like, well, that's just what you believe. Like, no, science is not a belief. They think everything is a belief because they can't stand the idea of their belief system not being foundationally true despite having nothing to back it up. That's why you see them in comments going, prove to me the Bible is fake. Oh, wait, you can't, honey. Prove to me the fairy tales are fake. If I want to believe it, then that's it. If I want to believe Cinderella was real, I can believe that till the cows come home, and you can't convince me. Same fucking thing. No different. No fucking different. All right, this was supposed to be introductory, and instead I went and rambled on, but at least you're getting a taste of what it's like over here, so you know what to do. All the things. See you around.